This is the Uptick Network Stock Day Podcast, sponsored by InvestorsHangout.com. Penny stock news and interviews from the microcap world. Public information on OTC, pink sheets, and microcap stocks from around the world. With your host, Everett Jolly.
On today's show, we have a very exciting guest with us. He is Mark Bradley. He is the CEO of Players Network. They're based out of Las Vegas, Nevada. And they trade on the OTC markets under the ticker symbol PNTV. Mark, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me again.
Hey, give my listeners, because you're in a space that's growing like crazy, like wildflowers. Give us an update about your company and what is it all about?
Well, we're actually growing by, like weeds, marijuana leaves right now. Look, Players Network background, we're a media company. We have great technology. We have a lot of experience in producing content, the media space. One of my partners and directors, the company created the TV series Baywatch. He's done 800 hours of network TV. We've produced about 1,600 TV shows for the Las Vegas market for Entertainment Channel. And we put our focus, changing really in the last year, of putting it on creating content around the marijuana industry, because we realized that there was no media network that represented the marijuana industry. There was no real content being produced to feed this audience of millions of people who, participate in this lifestyle, whether it's medical or recreational, or they like to make money on it, or the politics. There's so many different aspects of the industry.
Absolutely.
So, so our company we're a media company, and we have Weed TV, but we're also a marijuana company. And we took advantage of when Nevada went through the licensing process a couple years ago. We saw the opportunity here to go after some licenses, and we were fortunate enough to get 2 licenses, a production license for extractions, oils, edibles. We plan on building a full commercial kitchen, as well as do every extraction process and create medical grade oils and extractions, and also a cultivation license to grow plants. So that's where we are right now. We didn't even know where things were going to be 2 years ago when we applied for this, and now we sit as one of 3 public companies in the world that are fully licensed by a state and a local jurisdiction to grow marijuana. And it puts us in a very unique position for anyone that is interested in getting involved with the company that actually touches the plant.
That's awesome. Hey, can you give my listeners and myself a little bit of an update on the facilities of Greenleaf Farms? I know you guys built a building about 26,000 square feet. Where are we at in the process of that?
So we have an amazing building that sits on 2.5 acres, and it's 26,000 square feet, and it's zoned for us to actually expand and put more square footage on this property. We've been working on bringing the building up to compliance, and what that means is you have to have certain fire codes, certain water requirements, certain security requirements. You need to put together an operational manual. We put together an amazing team, and the best thing people could do if they haven't seen our press release that came out on a few days ago was Monday, I believe the 16th, Monday the 17th, actually, really tells the whole story if somebody wants to read it. But in a nutshell, we're going to be ready to open in about 3 weeks. We have our initial stage of grow facilities built, and we have a team together, and we're ready to bring the state in and do an inspection on our compliance issues in a couple of weeks from now.
So let's talk about some revenues. The revenues were kind of light the last couple of quarters. What do you see going? We're starting the fourth quarter, the end of the fourth quarter, and then beginning of the first quarter of 2017. Can you tell us what we're going to be able to monetize and what the revenues? I know you can't tell us exactly what the revenues are, or maybe a projection of where we're going from here.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So the market is just building in the Nevada area. Right now it's medical, and we're obviously waiting to pass recreational on this election. So we're about 3 weeks away from that vote, and it looks very, very good. So depending on what happens in that is going to be, day and night. The recreational market in Nevada will be 100 times larger. I don't know if that's the exact number, but substantially larger with 52 million people coming here. We should be ready to start cultivating in the month of November within 30 days. We're thinking if everything goes well with our inspection. If not, it might take an extra couple weeks. But definitely in the month of November, we'll be cultivating. And we're also going to start doing extractions and processing in the month of December. And we're going to be doing that by buying other cultivators who are already in business, their raw plant material to turn into oils and extractions. So the revenue could be as soon as January on the oils and extractions. And we're thinking end of January, early February on flower. And it's going to be meaningful. I mean, it could be as high as, $5-6 million the first year, but definitely when recreational hits, it doesn't, just because recreational is voted doesn't mean it's going to immediately go into effect. They're going to take, 7-8 months to put together the rules and the regulations, so it'll probably hit the third quarter of 2017.
Absolutely.
So, so when we know that that's happening, we'll ramp up and build the entire 26,000 square feet out. And right now, based on the size of the building and the market, the projections will be in the multi-millions of dollars of revenue in 2018. Could be as high as $55 million based on the size of our building.
My guest today is Mark Bradley. He is the CEO of Players Network. Like I said, they're located in Las Vegas, Nevada. They trade on the OTC Pink Sheets under the ticker symbol PNTV. Do you think marijuana is going to be regulated like alcohol?
Right now in Nevada, the early polls are showing between 57 and 64% that it's going to pass. And if it passes, you'll have to be 21, and you can walk into any dispensary in Nevada and be able to purchase. And if you think about Las Vegas, people come here to party, and it's 52 million people come to the state. The northern part of the state is very close to Colorado with Lake Tahoe. People are there for skiing and water sports. And you see what's happening in Colorado tourism. It increased by 30%. So the people in Nevada feel that tourism is going to increase. The people are going to come here because of the legalized marijuana, and that it's going to be very, very meaningful to revenue. Some people are saying it'll be the largest recreational market in the world.
I probably would agree with that. I've been to Las Vegas quite a few times myself, and I see what goes on up there. It's definitely a party town.
Well, you also have to take in consideration that people have discretionary money when they're here on vacation. I mean, they're here gambling.
That's correct.
They're here going to nightclubs. For them to drop a few $100s on their favorite strain or really high quality is very likely.
The timing of Players Network compared to other players coming in the space. Are you worried about anything? Are you worried about the federal laws versus the state laws? What's your conception and your take on that?
Well, the one thing that the Obama administration did last year is they said that they weren't going to go after anybody as long as that had legalized license in any state, as long as the state was approved it and they had the license. The state law would supersede the federal law. Our biggest issue is, we want to at some point hope that the classification changes, which means less, normal taxes. Right now, the taxes are crazy that we're going to have to pay on these type of businesses.
Now, you're not going to have a brick and mortar. You're not going to have you're going to do everything on a wholesale level, or what's the game plan on that part?
What do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean by the brick and mortar.
Well, I mean, you're not gonna set up a storefront, are you?
We are planning. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm glad you brought this up. The only people that will be able to apply for there'll be 110 recreational licenses issued for dispensaries.
Right.
The only people that will be able to apply for them will be current license holders, and that's including us. I don't know the exact number, but there's maybe only about 65 or 70 people in the state that hold licenses. Now, a lot of those people hold several licenses. They might hold, a couple like us. They might hold one. They might hold five. But it's a very small number that will be able to apply for it. So our chances of getting a recreational license for a dispensary are going to be very good. We have 3 locations already that we've selected, and we have relationships with the land and building owners. So we definitely are going for dispensary licenses.
And when will you know when that will come to fruition?
And it's going to be a while. I mean, do you think that once the recreational bill passes, then they have to come up with how they're going to issue new licenses and what are going to be the process? I don't think we're going to know till next year sometime.
My guest today is Mark Bradley. He's the CEO of Players Network. They're out of Las Vegas, Nevada. They trade on the OTC markets under the ticker symbol PNTV. In closing here, Mark, is there anything that we didn't get a chance to talk about that you would like to get out to my listeners?
Not really. People should do their own research, before they buy a stock, and they, should look at, our company compared to other companies that are out there. And I think they'll find that there's a lot bigger upside from where we are right now than other companies that maybe have already been recognized so far in this space. Most people haven't recognized us because our name is not green something or, hemp something. We traditionally have been a media company. And I think combining the media together with the marijuana actually gives us an advantage than other people. No one really has a marketing plan. We have a very good marketing plan.
If you're interested in finding more about Players Network, go to their website, playersnetwork.com. Mark, I want to thank you for coming on the show today. I wish you nothing but the best. We're going to check back with you in a couple of months to see how things are going.
Thank you very much. Much appreciated. And if anyone ever has any direct questions for me, my email is mbradley@playersnetwork.com. I tell people all the time that I answer all emails.
All right. Thanks, Mark. We'll talk to you soon.
You're welcome. Thank you.